I do think that one component of self-care is to respond to family and friends who offer help by giving them specific things to do that are things that you really would like them to do. And people often say, we want to help, we really want to help, tell us what to do. And parents often feel guilty or hesitant. But your family and friends, when they ask, I think for the most part, really want to help, and direction guides them. So it may be, can you pick up my other son and bring him to hockey practice every Tuesday at 7? You name it. And I think, can you bring me food? And I would like you to bring me this kind of food. So I would really, not only for you because you need that support, but remember that people want to help you. And if you can give them things to do, that is incredibly gratifying to them.
So when I think of self-care, I think of how will I take care of myself so that then I can be the best that I can be in the situation and also take care of those around me. So a parent, it's really vital that the parent is as physically well, emotionally, spiritually well as possible in order to provide good care, or as good of care as possible to their child. You bring up a good point. People will call you in the hospital, and that can be overwhelming. Yes. And this is where I think social workers and hospital staff can be helpful in coaching families on. Dr. Paula Rausch talks about a captain of kindness and a captain of communication, but each family has a different need. What I would like families to know is that they do not have to tell everyone everything. And they don't have to give people information in the time frame that other family members or friends necessarily are demanding it, because especially with text messaging and emails and phone calls, it can get overwhelming. So figuring out what works for your family is what I would advise.
Right. It is onerous when many people call and want to know what happened in a given day. And you can designate somebody to provide information, always with the caveat that it's information that you want to have shared. Absolutely.
Okay.
I am also a huge proponent of self-care, such as exercise. So whatever your exercise is, try to do it, and be selfish about finding time to do it. You might love to read, and make sure you take time to do that, to see friends, people who give you real sustenance. You may meditate, whatever it is, but make sure that you have time to do it. And the adage is such a tired one, but put on your own oxygen mask. But it's so incredibly true. Like, put on your own oxygen mask before, in order to give you the strength to care for your child.
And many hospitals have programs for families, so it would be helpful to ask what's available at this hospital. So the hospital where I work, they have massage for parents, Reiki, Zumba, meditation times. There's a gym across the street that they can use. So there's resources available, and it's just a matter of finding out what they are. In a time of crisis, when one's child is ill, a parent is going to do whatever it takes to make their child feel better, more comfortable. And it's tempting for families to say, I'm going to put my child's needs first, and I can go without sleep. I can skip this meal. Exercise was really important to me, but I don't have time to do that right now. And as much as possible, it's important for families to recognize what gives them strength and meaning, hope, at home in their normal life and figure out if there's ways that they can incorporate that into their life in the hospital. And at the minimum, for me, that means having good sleep, eating, drinking water, when possible, getting out and taking a walk. But some families, maybe they do yoga or pray or just take a few minutes by themselves, whatever is giving them strength to try to do that while they're in the hospital, because the hospital environment is very draining.